we go. All right, 1 second. I've got it open on another window. If you've got it open, just make sure it's muted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're live. Hello, everyone. It's Brian Waters here from the QTube. I'm sure you know me by now. First of all, if somebody could just confirm in the chat that the sound is okay from myself and also the other three guys, that would be really nice, because sometimes it's kind of difficult to know for sure. So yeah, we're going to try and rattle through this fairly quickly this evening. Thank you for tuning in. So we have three lovely composers, not four. One was unable to complete the task, unfortunately. So I won't name any names, no shaming. So these guys have been brilliant. Thank you so much for doing what you've done and for joining us this evening as well. So perhaps you can introduce yourselves, guys. So we have, we'll start with Adele.
Hi, my name is Adele Etheridge-Woodson. I'm from the US, but I now live in London. I'm a composer and violinist, and I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. So how did it, maybe just very quickly, how did it happen that, if you're able and willing to share, how did it happen that you relocated over here to the UK? Because that's quite recent, right?
Yeah, I came over in January. I came on the Global Talent Visa, so that allows me to remain self-employed and continue freelancing, doing anything music or artistic related over here. So very lucky to have that, which is how I got over.
Okay. And how much of your activity is like violin and how much of it is composition? Like, how do you split that? How does it work?
I'd say probably 90% of it is definitely composing now. Usually when I'm playing, it's either on my own scores or if a friend needs some quick violin or whatever, I'll do that. I don't gig as much anymore as I would like. I do miss that, but I think just being able to really focus on the writing is where my head's at right now.
It'd probably be kind of cool at some point to do some gigging in London, I imagine, yeah?
Yeah, when I'm more familiar, I think, with the community here.
Yeah, cool,
I'd love to.
Cool, thank you. Nice to meet you. You've been on the radar for a while, so it's nice to finally meet you. Harry, next, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Yeah. So my name's Harry Vince. I'm a composer based in Manchester at the moment, and yeah, I just do that really. Compose on short films here and there, and yeah, it's brilliant to be involved with you on this, Brian.
Cool, yeah, likewise. You've been with us for a while, yeah, and we've met a couple of times as well at some events and stuff.
Yeah, because we met in Cumbria, where I'm from, and you're at the moment. So yeah, we just got involved in a few things there.
The place to be, yeah, place to be.
Yeah,
and we met in London as well, right? Yeah, we met.
We did, yeah. We met at your event in London, and that was really good. Yeah.
So how's it going? Just briefly, what's new? Where are you at the moment?
Just wrapped up 2 films this week, which are coming out shortly.
Nice.
Both shorts. So that's quite exciting. Been a lot of busy times, and just always hunting down the next project.
Fantastic. And what sort of genres are the 2 shorts?
One's a rom-com, which is exciting.
Oh, wow.
I've already done that sort of style before, and the other sort of a romance thing as well. Again, actually, but more of a drama style romance.
So you're the guy to go to for romance. Yeah.
I've never done this before. Yeah.
Cool. Excellent. Thank you. Adele, just quickly the same question really. What kind of new stuff? What's going on right now? A quick snapshot of where you're at.
Yeah, I just finished an EP, which is more post-classical, ambient, instrumental style that I really love to write in, so I'm super excited about that. I am currently working on more of a psychological thriller sort of feature film about a Twitch streamer and kind of like the downfall and the mental health of what it means to be a content creator. So it's super interesting to work on really fun synthy stuff that I get to do. So that's what I'm doing right now.
Right. And so the EP is just your own stuff, right?
Yes, hopefully that will release soon. I was commissioned by a new record label, so it's kind of in their hands now.
So how will people find that?
I'll definitely be sure to promote that on all of my socials and everything. It's at Adele Composer.
Okay.
And then the record label as well. It should be on streaming everywhere.
Okay, cool.
Hopefully in the next few months.
Excellent. I'll try to make sure I put a link to all of your socials, all of you guys, in the description after we're done. And Karima, finally, sorry to keep you waiting.
Yeah, no problem. Hi everyone, I'm Karima Dillon-Tuki. I'm based in Ireland, and I'm a composer for film, TV, animation, and I teach in Dublin as well. And I know, Brian, you were really helpful with my master's, which I submitted last month. So in film music composition, research master's. So that was brilliant to get that done. And I got some great interviews through yourself. So thanks very much for that.
Don't tell people that. I'll be inundated with requests, you know. But yes, it's a pleasure. It's out there now. It's out there. No, that's fine. And it was really a pleasure. And of course, it helped us as well because we got some great stuff that we were able to share. Some great interviews. So thank you for doing those.
Yeah, it's on the channel.
Yeah. It's a win-win. It's a win-win. So how's it going at the moment? What's occupying you right now? What kind of projects? What kind of stuff?
Exciting times is that the first TV show I got to score last year is now airing on Irish television, so I'm tuning into that every Thursday. I need the subtitles, I'll admit, but that's been very exciting. It's a teen drama, so hopefully there'll be more seasons of that based on the success of this first season.
Cool.
And I'm recording bits of flute for people as a session musician with some punk bands and stuff.
Wonderful.
So
wow.
Genre hopping, yeah, it's fun. I love doing that. And I haven't been gigging that much at all actually since the pandemic. I had a baby, but I'm also not based in Dublin right now, so hoping to get back into that later this year.
Cool. Very, very busy, and you've got your shepherd's huts. You've got a bit of everything going on, haven't you?
Bit of glamping, yep.
Excellent. Maybe we can get some customers here. All right. So without further ado, so the basic format, many people have seen us do this before. So we've got this Penguins clip, which is available from our library for anybody to take and compose to and use it for their show reel and portfolio and social media and all the rest of it. It's a nice clip, I think, and it's a nature documentary. So you guys have created some wonderful music for it. We're going to go through each one and just hear about the process and maybe have a little discussion around it and then move on to the next one. So time races, doesn't it? So let's go ahead without further ado. So we'll do Karima first. So yeah, hopefully I just click here and it will play.
In one of the harshest environments on Earth, adaptation is essential for survival. These are Adelie penguins, a species native to the icy waters of the Southern Ocean. Despite living in one of the harshest environments on Earth, Adelie penguins are highly adapted to life in the cold. Penguins have a layer of insulating feathers that help them stay warm in snow and freezing water. They also have a layer of fat under their skin, called blubber, that helps them conserve heat. Adelie penguins are skilled hunters, preying on a variety of fish. They can dive to depths of over 500 feet and stay underwater for up to 20 minutes at a time. In the breeding season, Adelie penguins return to their colonies to mate and raise their young. The male penguins build nests out of rocks and defend their territory against intruders. The females lay a single egg, which both parents take turns incubating and protecting until it hatches. And the circle of life continues.
Hi. Guys, can you hear me?
Oh.
Yeah. There's always something I screw up on these things. Yeah, this time I really strongly apologize, but I think I screwed up the caption on that one. So that one was Karima's. Let me just double check that I've got the captions correct on the others. No, Adele is getting credit on the captions for all of them. Well done, Adele. I can't hear you guys. Are you guys being deliberately quiet? You can speak now. And one of you speak.
Yeah.
And that should work. Can you hear us?
Cool. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I should have said that you need to listen to them on YouTube. I apologize.
Okay, I was confused.
Yeah, I should have told you that. So yeah, because I can't share. It's difficult to organize otherwise, or at least I haven't sussed out how to like share it with you guys kind of privately and broadcast it on YouTube. I haven't quite sussed out how to do that. So did you guys actually get to hear it?
I had it open on YouTube. So
And you heard it?
that was, yeah, we got it for that, yeah.
But Adele, you didn't get to hear it, no?
No, I'm sorry, but I'll listen right after this, I promise.
Okay,
Sorry.
so Karima, that was your piece, I believe, I hope.
It'll be a surprise.
Maybe Karima, you can just very quickly tell us a little bit about how you approached it and so on? How you approached it and what you thought about
absolutely.
the clip?
And I really hope my internet connection is okay.
It's okay. It's not bad.
Okay. I'll just talk and hopefully it doesn't freeze or anything. So when I first watched it, I turned off the temp music, didn't want to hear it. If I was working for a client who wanted something specific, then of course I would listen to the temp music. But if I'm able to have my own approach from the outset, I don't want to hear any other kind of music, you know. So when I watched it, I was aware that the voiceover was the most important aspect, really, of the clip. The music could not interfere with that, and also I loved the sound design. You know, the crunchiness for that too.
It's very, very flaky.
So, present the norm.
Yeah, we're not really capturing it. Guys, are you getting this? Is it my connection? Harry, I can't hear you.
Good.
Yeah, it's cutting in and out a bit.
Yeah, Karima, I'm sorry. We're not capturing
No,
it.
that's my fault. Sorry about that.
Maybe if you turn off the video, lovely as it is to see you, perhaps we'll be able to hear what you say. I don't know. It might work.
Yeah. Okay.
It might work.
Yeah. We'll try. Will I keep talking?
It seems a
We'll
bit
see how
better,
it sounds?
yeah. Yeah, it seems a little
Okay.
better.
Okay. I was just saying that I wanted the instruments I chose to reflect the environment of the ice and the coldness. So there's that high pitched sort of harsh piano with the delay was sort of my starting point. And I used loads of reverb to reflect the sort of vastness of the shots, that were from afar, which were gorgeous, like capturing the environment. And then in terms of chords and stuff, I started off with like a major chord, but then made it a seventh to be kind of ambiguous because I think nature documentaries can be like positive and then they can also be really harsh, when you're seeing animals, in reality dying or struggling to survive. So I thought the music could kind of be a little bit ambiguous, like bittersweet, you know, happy major chords. But then like I did want it to be kind of positive. I didn't want to depress the viewer. I was aware that one point maybe a comical, more light or cute and kind of funny when they're walking around and stuff. So I kind of played up to that a little bit in the middle of the piece. I guess the piece is broken up into three parts. So that would have been the middle part with the pizzicato strings and stuff, and then epic. Sorry if I've broken up again. Okay. Okay, sorry. Must be unlucky today with the internet. Maybe. Okay. Okay. No, thank you for yeah. for, yeah.
Yeah, I liked how it was. It really got that sense of the cold, Arctic sort of feel, and sort of the emptiness um of the Arctic, and yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I apologize. I didn't realize I was supposed to
Thanks.
watch the
Great. I'm
YouTube
glad that came
video.
across. That was no problem. You can tell me when you see it if it's how I described it.
Yes, but I did really enjoy the way you talked about approaching it in different sections and letting the dialogue and the sound effects really shine. That's super important, and I'm excited to listen right after this. I will.
Excellent, excellent. That's your homework now.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, sorry guys, this is feeling like it's slipping out of my hands. The control of the whole thing. Let's move on. So I've queued up Harry. This is entirely random. There's no preferences here. So I've queued up Harry. So guys, if you want to listen to Harry's, you'll have to listen to it on YouTube, and please, obviously, mute your microphones. Yeah, so here we are. Here's Harry's Penguins.
in one of the harshest environments on Earth, adaptation is essential for survival. These are Adelie penguins, a species native to the icy waters of the Southern Ocean. Despite living in one of the harshest environments on Earth, Adelie penguins are highly adapted to life in the cold. Penguins have a layer of insulating feathers that help them stay warm in snow and freezing water. They also have a layer of fat under their skin called blubber that helps them conserve heat. Adelie penguins are skilled hunters, preying on a variety of fish. They can dive to depths of over 500 feet and stay underwater for up to 20 minutes at a time. In the breeding season, Adelie penguins return to their colonies to mate and raise their young. The male penguins build nests out of rocks and defend their territory against intruders. The females lay a single egg, which both parents take turns incubating and protecting until it hatches, and the circle of life continues.
Okay. Hello again.
Hey.
Did everybody get to hear it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Oops, something in the chat. Yeah, I'll put the links. I'll put the links in the description afterwards as well to the videos. All right, so much to manage. It's all too much. All right, Harry. So take us through the process and what you thought about the clip, your first ideas, and how it developed.
Yeah. So so straight away, really, I wanted to try and capture the energy of these penguin communities and sort of what they're doing on a day-to-day life, because it's very isolated where they are, and there's a lot of cold and sort of isolated instruments you can go towards, but I wanted to capture the energy of them being predators, and especially when they're swimming and then diving down, getting some more deeper sounds in there. Because when I first approached it, I looked at it with just pianos and flutes, and it was quite light, so I wanted to bring back that lower register.
Yeah.
And then also just keep that sort of pace going through. So I worked at quite a high tempo as well to keep that progressing onwards, and just try and capture their sense as their own community.
The dark side of the penguin, yeah.
Not exactly the dark side, but the more energetic side, because we always look at them as quite peaceful, sort of majestic, and I thought they're actually quite running around doing their own thing in their own way, and it's quite energetic. So I tried to bring that side in, and like we went on about, like we said earlier, it's also balancing the the voiceover and sound effects was quite interesting because it's such a prominent voiceover and that's such a key part of it. The music's got to be able to sit not just underneath it, but work with voiceover, so nothing contrasts and nothing's conflicting. So both the music and the voice are clear and have lots of energy and presence throughout, which was quite a fun challenge. I've never done any kind of documentary stuff before, so it was quite an interesting approach. And,
do you think it's a bit more challenging or different in some way to deal with the balance between voice and music with documentary, with narration, than it is with, you know, a film?
I think, yeah, I think so, because with a film, it can be whatever the creative choices to have more prominent music or more prominent dialogue. But with documentary style, your dialogue's always got to be crystal clear, and it's always got to be so much prominent than the music. But the music has to keep on driving that narrative and driving the story throughout that. So you've got to work quite hard to make them blend in together.
Right.
Which is a fun experience, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one of the sort of challenges that we had when we made the clip was that, you know, we wrote the script quite early on for the voiceover, for the narration, and then we realized that we had like almost wall-to-wall like speech, and it was too much. There was no space for music, so we stretched the video out. It was initially going to be 60 seconds and it ended up being, I think, 2 minutes, mostly for that reason, because we wanted to give space for the music, you know.
Yeah, and there's nice little bits where you get a section of dialogue, and you can play the music off that. You can develop your musical sort of theme based on what the dialogue said. So when they talk about the penguins hunting, or how deep they can dive, you can then base your next section of music off that and keep it developing onwards. So use the dialogue as sort of the breaks or the as chapters throughout your music, which is interesting.
Cool, thank you. Guys, any quick comments or questions or anything on that one?
Well, I just want to say I really enjoyed your use of woodwinds in that. Super interesting flutes and flute lines going on. I thought that was really cool.
I'm not a flute player at all, so I wasn't really 100% sure what I was doing there, but yeah, glad you liked it. Glad I got it.
The textural ideas, yeah, it was really interesting.
Had a lot of fun with that, yeah.
Karima, are you anything you want to?
Yeah, I've turned off my video so I can talk. I look forward to listening to it, Harry. I couldn't underwater bits. I thought about reflecting that through the music using deeper sounds, but in the end, I didn't. I just rolled with what was happening. But it did occur to me to do something like that. So I look forward to hearing what you've done with that.
No, it's an interesting way to approach it, and there's so many different ways to approach it as well. It's just fun to try different things, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's the beauty.
Yeah.
To hear how everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love how they're so different, the two that we've done as well, and seeing how we both approached it in completely different ways.
Yeah, that's what we really hope for when we do these things, is that we're going to get some very different approaches. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's quite fun how I also turned the temp music off straight away when I downloaded the clip, like you did as well. So yeah, it could be completely original and not influenced by that. So it's interesting how everyone's gone in their own directions. And yeah, I can't wait to hear yours as well, Adele, and see where you've gone.
All right, that's a great cue for Adele's piece. Finally, thank you for waiting, Adele. And yeah, so without further ado, here we go.
In one of the harshest environments on Earth, adaptation is essential for survival. These are Adelie penguins, a species native to the icy waters of the Southern Ocean. Despite living in one of the harshest environments on Earth, Adelie penguins are highly adapted to life in the cold. Penguins penguins have a layer of insulating feathers that help them stay warm in snow and freezing water. They also have a layer of fat under their skin called blubber that helps them conserve heat. Adelie penguins are skilled hunters, preying on a variety of fish. They can dive to depths of over 500 feet and stay underwater for up to 20 minutes at a time. In the breeding season, Adelie penguins return to their colonies to mate and raise their young. The male penguins build nests out of rocks and defend their territory against intruders. The females lay a single egg, which both parents take turns incubating and protecting until it hatches, and the circle of life continues.
Right. We have just 2 minutes before my Zoom connection dies. I mean, we can reconnect.
That can be fast.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, well, I think I approached it the same way Harry and Karima did, muted the temp. I approached it kind of how I might approach an animation, thinking about it in different scenes where each scene has different energy. So every scene I wanted to connect with similar instrumentation, but each one is also unique in the sense that it might change keys or have different harmonic rhythms, or perhaps different instruments are getting the spotlight over other ones. And then in the end, it is kind of bookended with the same motif, just in a different key that you heard at the title. So it was very keeping up the energy, kind of like how Harry was saying, because they are very energetic animals, while also keeping the music interesting and not too repetitive, I hope. So that was my goal.
Cool, thank you so much, and thank you for rattling through that very quickly. So guys, yeah, we're going to lose our connection in a second. Any quick comments about the last one?
I was just going to say how I really liked how it transitioned through and how it kept on moving through different sections. It felt like every part had its own type of music, its own theme kind of thing, which was really nice.
Thank you.
Karima, do you want to try?
Yeah, I think same. I think Adele and I interpreted the different sections the same way. Like I heard the sort of chapters transitioning from one section to the next, and same with the outro credits too.
Cool. Well, you've all done a lovely job. Thank you so much. It's great for the community to hear how different composers approach it. I hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed meeting you and discussing it with you. Thanks for your time this evening. Have a lovely rest of the evening. Enjoy your dinner or whatever it is that you've got planned. And yeah, I'll see you guys hopefully on the flip side, maybe in London or Manchester or somewhere else. All right.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Guys.
It's been a pleasure, Brian. Cheers.
Take care. See you.
Thanks, Brian.